I don't know if you know anyone who does your face in. Like, you find them so annoying and frustrating and difficult to get on with. And not only do you know them, but you have to do stuff with them. They're part of your life and you have to talk with them and organize things with them and love them. And for you, it feels like a good day when you've not punched them in the face because they're so difficult for you to spend time with. Well, I would like to talk to you about those people. A little while ago, I broke my wrist. Now, when I say I broke my wrist, I totally smashed my wrist up. I stupidly stood on a stool and tried to jump in the air to get something, missed the stool, fell on the ground, and my wrist, this wrist here, ended up like this shape, and it was horrible. And I had to go to hospital and they operated on my arm, and I've got this metal plate in my arm, and for 6 to 8 weeks I had to have my arm in this kind of cast while the stitches healed. And I had it in plaster, and I had it in brace, and I had it in this sling that I wore, and I had to go around for 6 to 8 weeks with this really damaged part of my body. And for a while I would just try and avoid doing anything with it. I'd just sit on the sofa reading, and I very quickly realised I couldn't live like that. I couldn't live avoiding this brokenness, so I had to find ways to live with it. And so the rest of my body began to compensate for the fact that my arm didn't work. And so when I went to sleep at night, the rest of my body would arrange itself in a way that meant my arm didn't get hurt. When people came and barged past me, my other arm would come to protect this arm. You see, when a part of my body was really broken, what happened was the rest of my body came into play to say, this is damaged, this needs looking after, and did that on this part of my arm's behalf because it couldn't protect itself. Do you know there's a part in the Bible where it talks about the church, and it talks about the church as one body? And it says this in 1 Corinthians 12 verse 14, yes, the body has many different parts, not just one part. If the foot says, I'm not a part of the body because I am not a hand, and does not make it any less a part of the body. And if the ear says, I'm not a part of the body because I'm not an eye, would that make it any less a part of the body? If the whole body were an eye, how would you hear? Or if the whole part of the body were an ear, how would you smell anything? But our bodies have many parts, and God has put each part just where He wants it. How strange a body would be if it only had one part. Yes, there are many parts, but only one body. And the eye can never say to the hand that I don't need you, and the head can never say to the feet, I don't need you. In fact, some parts of the body that seem weakest and least important are actually the most necessary. And the parts we regard as less honourable are those that we clothe with the greatest care. So we carefully protect those parts that should not be seen, while the more honourable parts do not require this special care. So God has put the body together such that extra honour and care are given to those parts that have less dignity. This makes for harmony among the other members so that all the members care for each other. Do you know there might be parts in your church body or in your community that feel like they're really hard to be around? But do you know, God has said to you, and God wants to say to you, as a part of the body, it is your job not just to get through your day without punching those people in the face, but to protect them and to love them. That where they are weak and vulnerable, you need to stand alongside those really difficult people and shield them. It's not enough to avoid them, but we are called to care for those people and to love them. And so today, why don't you have a think about some of those people that are a part of the body of Christ, a part of our churches and our communities that we really struggle with, that are maybe damaged and weak and hurting. And why don't you find one way this week that you can protect them, that you can help them, that you can be strong where they are weak, and you can show them love in the way that Jesus has called you.